salatu wa salamu ala Rasulil Kareem. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's the third day that I've been traveling with these brothers, and each day, alhamdulillah, they managed to inspire hundreds of people, but none more so than myself. And it was just over a year ago that I was in Afghanistan and I met some children. And I promised them that I would take their story back and I would share it. And tonight I would like to share that with you. But before I do, I just want to say that the voice you're going to hear is the imaginative voice of a parent, of how that parent would feel knowing that their child is left alone. So when I share this video with you, I ask you to just imagine the anguish of that parent and what they would do to support their child. So if we can have the lights turned down and play the video, inshallah.
My darling daughters, look how you have grown. I miss holding you. I remember the joy I felt just to walk through the village with you both, carrying you, Sakina, in my arms, and you, Shukria, pulling me through the hilltops and mountains to feed your innocent curiosity. You made my world. I was the happiest father on God's blessed earth. But our world changed. I wish I could have been there for you when your mother chose to be with someone else and left you alone with your aunt. I couldn't cope with the anguish in my heart, the torment of knowing the pain and beatings you had to endure in your aunt's house. Believe me, I would have traded my soul to come and help you. I would pray, please, God, send someone to take my place and care for my daughters. But nobody came. So I had no choice but to sit idly and watch my own children suffer. I rejoiced when your grandmother took upon her the arduous journey to get you back so you could live with her in the mountains. Treat her well, because she loves you as much as I do. But sadly, she won't be around forever. One day, God is going to summon her. What will happen to you then? Will you have to return to the harsh conditions in your aunt's home? Will you have to roam the streets alone? No father should have to bear uncertainty and fear like this. I should provide a better life for you. A safe home, a little to eat, an education, everything that you both deserve. I should be next to you, but I am dead.
Sponsor an orphan from $45 and help put souls at rest. Islamic Relief, making a world of difference.
Now this video of Sakina and Shukria looks cinematic, but in actual fact it's a reality. When their father died, the culture determined that their mother would remarry. And when her new husband told her that I don't want these girls, I don't want these daughters, in a society where women don't have the opportunity or the power to stand up and say, no, I'm going to take my daughters with me, she had to leave them behind. And eventually her grandmother took her from Kabul and took her back home. But her grandmother had also lost her husband and had nowhere to live except these empty caves that the monks had left behind. And in the dark, dingy corner that you saw Sakina sitting, holding something close to her, this was inside a cave that we visited. And she wasn't the only one. There were hundreds of families, hundreds of children with their mothers living in these caves because they had nowhere else to go. And when the father wishes that the child had a house to stay in, had food to eat, an education, that's exactly what Sakina and Shukria now have. And the reason they have it is because when we left those caves, immediately, as soon as we had access to a phone, I started to make calls and I said, there are girls, there are children here who are in desperate need. And I need you to sponsor them, because I couldn't leave that place without ensuring something was happening. The day we left Afghanistan that day, the day we left Bamia, and it was snowing so heavily that our car slid off the road and we had an accident and we were stuck in the snow for 2 days. And all we kept thinking was, what's happened to those girls in that cave in the snow? How are they surviving? And that's why this project is so important to us. And it's something we overlook time and time again when we're talking about all the different development projects that we do. But we cannot take away the importance of this project because it literally lifts this child out of poverty and it changes their life completely.